Today's topic is parenting. Now, I have 3 children. One is 6, one is 2, and one is 11 months. Now, I have 2 girls and a boy. My son is the eldest. And I want to put it out there, something that happened yesterday. Now, well, 2 things happened yesterday, but I'll discuss one at a time, obviously. And welcome to the new people that have subscribed if you haven't been able to watch much of my videos yet. So thank you and welcome. But yeah, so yesterday my son went to a day camp thing for kids in the holidays. He only goes 2 days a week, and it's an all-day thing. They've got crafts, they've got sports. It's wonderful. It's got great reviews. It's local. Kids his age, everything. First day he went, he had a really good time. He, was talking about it, came out happy and skipping. It was great. Went yesterday and he had a really bad sort of meltdown. He never has meltdowns, which really surprised me. And he was like, I don't want to go. And it was honestly as if something had happened. And I said, but what is wrong? Why don't you want to go? You came out happy and smiling. I spoke to the staff. They said you had a great time. Like, what is going on? And I said, you would have told me this when you first come out. You wouldn't have told me now, just before we're going in. What is the matter? Worked himself up so much. I had to sit with him for like 15 minutes in the place. And he did calm down. He said, oh, can you get me early? I said, yeah, I can get you early. That's fine. I said, I've got to take the girls somewhere, and sort some things out, and I can come and get you. But, it's okay. Basically, the issue, and then when I picked him up, I phoned a couple of hours after I left, and I asked how he was. They said, yeah, he was a bit quiet, but he got going once the activity started. Because at the start, when you get there early, you have to wait for others to arrive before the activities can begin. So that is the bit he doesn't like. He doesn't like waiting around for the activity to start. And because he doesn't really know anyone, that is obviously what more affected him than anything else. He has got a few friends that go, but I'm not sure which days they go. So it's a bit hard in that respect. But yeah, I was nervous what he would come out like when I picked him up yesterday. I thought, oh God, I really hope he had a good day, because I've been told he's had a good day. I've not been contacted for him to say, look, he's kicked off. He's upset again like he was this morning. Can you come get him? Of course I would have come and got him. But as much as it seems cruel to have sort of forced him to go, I wouldn't have left him in a crying state that he was in. I would not have just walked out and left him like that. That's not helpful for him. I waited with him until he calmed down, and he let me go. He wasn't clinging on anymore. He was happy to let me go. And with the guys of coming, I did collect him a little bit earlier than I normally would. So I did keep my promise there. I did come and get him. He thought it would have been the morning. But again, if he thought that and got upset again, he would have got upset and they would have rang me and said, look, he's really upset. Can you come and get him? Of course I would have. But I picked him up yesterday. He had a fantastic time. He ran out. The smile he had when he ran out was amazing. And he told me everything that he did. And he had the biggest smile on his face, said it was the best day. And I hope it's proved to him that things can be scary, but it doesn't have to be bad. You can still get a good day or time out of what you're doing, just even with those nerves chipping away. He was fine. But I know so many people that would have just thrown the towel there and then, nope, you're not going, like you can't go, you're this upset. And then would that have set him up later down the line? No, I'm too scared. If I'd have gone home with him as soon as he got that little meltdown, he wouldn't go next week, because I've said, that's okay, you're upset. He wouldn't have gone again. I've asked him, his teachers have asked him, oh, do you want to come again? Yeah. I've triple checked with him. You sure you want to go next week? Yeah. So it just goes to show it was really hard for me to leave him knowing he was upset at the time. He'd calmed down, but to see him that upset was difficult. And I was close to going. I was close to taking him home. But I'm so glad we both stuck that out and he had the best day. Now, granted, it won't always work like that with kids. Like if he could have gone back into meltdown mode and gone, oh, I want to go home, I want to go home. And I would have picked him up. Absolutely. I'm not going to leave a kid there all day feeling like that. But for the sake of a couple of hours just to get his feet with it, he was fine. And it just goes to show it's difficult for both of you. You have to try, because that just throwing in the towel as soon as those tears come, as soon as the awkwardness happens, you're setting them up to think they can't do these things. That's okay. Like, you know, you don't have to try. You do you as a parent, but I'm so glad we both tried and gave it a go, because it's really had a good effect on him now. He's not going to be scared going into scary, like nervous situations where he's going to go in the morning and he's not going to know who's there. It's a big thing, but he can overcome it if he faces it, and that's exactly what he's done. So it was hard for both of us, but we both did it, and I'm so pleased to see him smiling the way he was smiling coming out. It was fantastic. Absolutely amazing to see. I was nearly in tears with him in the morning. I felt so bad. And I thought, should I leave him? Should I leave him? As soon as he calmed down and he was like, yeah, you can go, but pick me up early. I said, no, that's fine. And even when I picked him up, he said, oh, I thought you were going to pick me up in the morning. But it wasn't an upset way. It was just, oh, I thought that's what you were going to do. I said, oh, no, I was picking you up early, but just not the morning. He went, oh, right, yeah. But as difficult as that was, we did it. And you can too. It's hard work, very hard to push through that. But the reward there was fantastic. And I'm so glad he wants to go next week, because it's brilliant for him, socialising, everything. It's fantastic. But the other thing that happened, not quite so nice. I've not actually experienced this until now. Bearing in mind, I've had 3 children. I'm surprised I haven't experienced it sooner. Shouldn't have to experience it at all. Went to a supermarket with the girls after I dropped him off, and just going around, and unfortunately we walked through a toy bit of the shop, and my toddler loves baby dolls, absolutely loves baby dolls, and she saw one, and she just assumed she'd be getting one. So I had to say, no, we're not getting a baby today, and go past. As soon as she was strapped in a double buggy thing that I've got, so she couldn't have got out and run around or anything. And she had a little whinge. She's going, I wouldn't have said it was as bad as tantrums go. Like that, she wasn't kicking or anything. She was just sitting there making a big drama out of it. But I wasn't going to pander to her. I haven't got the time to sit and mollycoddle her. I have to go around and do my shopping. Like, I haven't got the time to sit and, oh, calm down. I just said, oh, it's okay, Eva. Yeah, okay. But as I was going around looking, and bearing in mind this tantrum, or whatever it was, the whinge, it only lasted like 3 minutes at the most. This old man shopping, he was at one of the fridge doors, whatever it was, made a point of spinning his head round to look at us, more to the point at my daughter crying like that. And I thought, have you never been a baby before in your life? Do you not know what babies do? Oh, I say babies, toddlers. I just thought, how dare you? Like, she's not disruptive. Who goes to a supermarket for peace and quiet? I certainly don't. I don't know what he expects to have at a supermarket. Don't go to one then. If you can't handle noise, don't go out your house. Get people to do it for you. But the look he gave, I'm surprised I didn't ram him with the buggy, to be honest. Rude old bleep. And to then go past again, and another old man did the same thing again, just sort of like, oh. I should have lifted her up to his ear holes and gone, there you go, like, you know, have some of that. You're not getting the worst of it, believe me. I have to go home and listen to worse. Like, that's nothing. And who are these people? Like, maybe they don't have grandkids. Thank God they don't, because that would be horrendous for them to have miserable old grandparents like that. There was a bit of a saving grace. There was another old man who completely understood and sort of gave me a nod and a look and a bit of a smile. He's like, oh, that's a good morning. Oh, yeah, of course it is. He kind of redeemed the situation, being my last interaction with the elderly at the shop. But I just thought, how bloody rude. Don't turn around and look at my kids like that they're an inconvenience to you. Like, this is a public space. I've what do you want me to do? Like, even if I bent down to her level and started mollycoddling her, it wouldn't have stopped the crying because she wanted the toy. And the only way that would have stopped is if I'd caved in. I'm not buying her a toy. We weren't there for that. So yeah, that really wound me up. It's just two things that happened in a day with the kids that were completely different. But yeah, has anyone had that? Like rudeness, the blatant rudeness as well. And it was one of them things, it kind of shocked me. And I thought, oh, I don't want to be one of them people that starts an argument in a bloody supermarket. We're not going to, hopefully not going to see him again. It's not really worth it. But the looks, I just thought, oh, how dare you? How dare you judge my daughter like that? Any kid that's 2 that can't regulate their emotions, bizarre. And it's not like she was going around smashing things off the shelves. Fair enough, that would deserve a look. But she was contained in her buggy. She wasn't even kicking. She's just sitting there going, oh, that's all she was doing. That's all she was doing. Get a grip, people. Get a grip. Things like that are going to happen. It is an inconvenience to the parents more than it is to anyone else. I've got to go home and listen to it. I've got to have it in the car. You get to piss off and go home and not have to deal with it anymore. Oh, but yeah. So that was my day. It was a bit of a mixture, but with my son, it was a really triumphant day for that. And I'm so pleased that hopefully that's the end of it now. Like when he goes, he'll be more excited than anything to go. It certainly seems that way. He's keen and excited to go next week. So I'm really proud of him for that. I'm proud of myself for both of us sticking it out. I mean, you might have a different view. You might think, God, that was awful. How could you have put him through that? But again, I wouldn't have left him there. I told them to tell me if he gets that upset again, that's obviously something that's recurring in him to make him that upset. And I will obviously come and I won't force him. And in terms of forcing, he was calm when I left. There was no forcing involved. No one had to pin him back and me walk away. I didn't slip out. He knew I was going and he was okay. He had his banana and he was sitting there and he was calm. They said he was quiet. He's going to be quiet. But as soon as the activities started, he kicked right off and went off and got involved and had the best day. So yeah, you can you know, this is open to people. So if you have a feeling on it, you're allowed the feeling, whether it's negative or positive, you are absolutely allowed to feel what you feel. You might not have done that, and that's absolutely fine. But for us, it worked. It just shows he was fine. It's not the place he was scared of, nothing like that. He just got a bit too nervous. That's all it was. And he wanted to quit. He didn't want to face that nervousness. He wanted to go. But I really hope it's been a teaching moment for him. I hope he's learned. I did have a good time. I was nervous at the start, but if I didn't stay, I wouldn't have had this. I wouldn't have seen all this. I wouldn't have got to do all this today. So some of the best days can come out of situations like that, I think. Like where you built it up so much in your head, but actually it was nowhere near as bad as you thought. And it just shows you to go in a bit better for next time. Hopefully, yeah. So yeah, that was my thing for today, my little parenting thing that happened. Let me know if you've had any similar situations or how you feel about how I approached the situation. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some engagement, but welcome to everyone. I hope you're liking the content. I'm really going to try and do my Tymo Curl Pro review soon. It probably won't be till Tuesday next week because I just don't think I'm going to have the time, but I will do what I can. And tomorrow there'll be another video, probably about the journey, my weight loss journey again. I'll add some other things in as well, but again, engage with me. Let me know what you like, what you don't, what you want more of. Like it, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.